It's going to be ASP who was in the pursuit. Looks like people involved in a head-on collision.
They got the guy, but then now my brother's dead.
It was an ordinary day for David Pemberton. He had his gardening gloves and some DoorDash receipts laying around his car with a soda in the cup holder. Those were the pieces of his life his brother found at the crash scene where he died.
He just didn't deserve to die in a ditch on the side of the road for just going about his day because of an over-aggressive police pursuit.
Police say 20-year-old Noah Cargill was driving a Dodge Charger recklessly on North Rupel Road near West Weddington Drive. They say the pursuit hit speeds of more than 100 miles per hour, with Cargill nearly hitting other drivers. It ended when he crashed into David.
Ladder 7's on scene. We have a two-car head-on collision. We do have entrapment with a fatality.
I was at the scene with some family members, and we're looking around with roundabouts on either side, a school, apartment complexes, tons of traffic. I mean, I'm just trying to wrap my head around how that was deemed a safe pursuit.
Now Jim is doing his own research, combing through the Arkansas State Police Handbook, which has pages on its pursuit policy.
So the officer has a duty to drive his or her vehicle in accordance with Arkansas law with due regard to the safety of all persons, meaning that should be the most important thing, not apprehending the suspect.
Arkansas State Police Director and Secretary of the Department of Public Safety, Mike Hager, watched the dash cam footage, which has not been made public yet. The Pemberton family has not seen it either.
This person, obviously, was driving extremely reckless. That all happened before the trooper ever attempted to intervene. We have no reason to believe that this person was driving that way because the trooper was trying to stop him. It was the exact opposite.
Hager says the trooper pursuing Cargill was in the middle of making a decision whether to call it off or not, and had alerted other officers nearby of the pursuit before the crash happened.
He was driving that way, again, before the trooper ever saw him. He continued to drive that way after the trooper was trying to intervene to get him stopped. You know, in fairness, we're kind of in an impossible situation.
But Pemberton says he thinks the ASP handbook on pursuits is too vague.
It doesn't say like how many blocks a chase should go on, how fast is too fast, because I heard it was like over 100 miles per hour at some point. I am not anti-law enforcement at all. I am pro-law enforcement. But I feel like policies are not clear. Not only the policies not being clear, but just training.
Hager adds that in 2016, Arkansas State Police started keeping detailed records on vehicle pursuits involving the agency. He says from that point until January 1st of this year, there were 3,725 pursuits, resulting in 0 innocent civilian deaths.
This is exactly why we take the stance that we do, and we train our troopers the way we train them to get these people stopped before something like this happens. It's tragic. It breaks our hearts. It's sickening. We all knew about this within minutes of it happening. You know, we would just simply ask that, you know, they focus the blame on the suspect. You know, our trooper was trying his best to fulfill his oath and protect the public from this.
While the Pemberton family is still waiting to see that dash cam footage, Jim says he's working on his brother's legacy. With a petition, he hopes sparks adjustments in pursuit policies, not just in Arkansas, but across the country.
He was my big brother, so he was my idol, and he was my best friend as an adult. If out of this I can save one life, that it's worth it, and my brother would be proud.